So I thought I'd give my hand at doing a video blog here and make my first commentary on Barack Obama's speech today on the Middle East. I call it Middle East madness or insanity, because insanity is attempting the same thing over again even though it continues to fail. And what Barack Obama has proposed is actually worse than what's been proposed before, because now he wants Israel to return back to its 1967 borders. He says that Palestinians have a right to exist, or a right to a homeland, even though the Palestinians are not a race, they're an identity. They've never actually had their own homeland. And Israel has a right to exist, a right that is not recognized by Muslims, other than the one ally we had who Barack Obama helped overthrow in Egypt, Hosni Mubarak. So we are to understand that even though Barack Obama said that the United States or any other nation cannot dictate to the nations of Palestine and Israel how to work out the issues, he did so in the very next paragraph of his speech. Here's the problem. You can't have a peaceful coexistence when one of the sides refuses to acknowledge, to the point that in their madrasas, the Muslim schools, Israel's not even on the map in the geography classes. So I don't know what world the man in the Oval Office is living in, but he of all people should understand that Jews are the hated enemies of Muslims according to their holy book, the Quran. Barack Obama was raised for quite a few years as a Muslim. He's fondly recollected that time when he went to Indonesia. So he of all people should know quite well what the teachings are. And no doubt he's heard some of them. We know he heard them in his church in Chicago for years, 22 years to be exact. So the fact that he expects Israel to return its borders to 1967, and for all of a sudden, magically, Hamas, the Palestinians, all the other Muslim nations around Israel, to all of a sudden recognize and say, yeah, Israel gets to exist, is foolhardy at best and just flat dangerous. This is a disaster. And what's worse about it, in exit polling in 2008 election, nearly 80% of Jews voted, American Jews voted for Barack Obama. How do you like him now? And I've been reading that, well, maybe some of the donors, Jewish donors, are getting upset and they really don't think this is going to play well. Really? That's it? That's all? You're just upset? You should be outraged. You should demand an immediate rescission of what Obama said today, and demand that the current borders and the right of Israel to exist. Look, you have to take sides in this part, because one side has taken a side to not recognize the existence of the other side in this Middle East issue. So to sit there and think that you can once again bring these two people to the table when one of them coming to the table wants to annihilate the other participant is extremely, extremely foolish. So there you have it, America. Some more of that wonderful Middle East peace policy that we have, or what it's called, incoherent foreign policy of Barack Obama. We saw it in Iran. We saw it in Egypt. We've seen it in Libya. We've seen it in Syria, and now we're seeing it in Israel. There's more of that to come, I fear. Woe be to us who abandons Israel.